You know, I lived long enough, and not in a like I'm about to end my life kind of way. Definitely not that. More in a I lived long enough to still be doing this. This being afraid to take up space. I've noticed the whole 16 years I've been living. Like, that's long. Like, the whole 16 years I've been living, I've been scared to take up space. Scared to give my opinion on certain things, even though some opinions aren't really like needed in certain situations. But I mean, like in open discussions, or like just if someone even asks me for my opinion, I'm scared to give like the whole thing, because I don't know, like it's, yeah. Or I'm scared to deny things, or you know, just for example, I don't like my food at a restaurant, or I don't like my drink at a restaurant. The first thing I would do is just accept my fate. The first thing I would do is just accept my fate. Okay, I don't like this drink, but I got it, so it is what it is. I can't do anything about that. So I just accept my fate and just drink the drink. Like, things like that. Like, I've been scared to take up space almost my entire life. I feel like it's gotten worse, low-key, as I've grown, which is kind of crazy. And I'm sick of it. Like, I've lived for too long to still be afraid of taking up space. Like, I'm a human. I deserve to take up space. Like, me as a person, I owe it to myself to take up space. And what I've noticed about me is that since I'm afraid to and cautious to take up space, I kind of project that on others. Like, let's say someone isn't afraid to take up space. They return their food if they don't like it, or they state their opinions, all that stuff, deny stuff, all that. Sometimes in my mind, I'd be like, oh, they annoying, they a little obnoxious. And I catch myself, I try to catch myself. I wouldn't say I treat people wrong or mean or weird because they would do something like that, but in my mind, I'm definitely like, okay, you doing too much. Like, you're being a little obnoxious, you're being too much, like, calm down. But then I catch myself and I realize they're doing what they need to do. They're taking up space. They're fighting for what they want, not afraid to cause, to be confrontational. They're not afraid to, you know, like shake the boat a little bit. They're taking up space as a person. And I'm looking at this at like a bad way because I'm afraid to do that. So recently, recently I've been catching myself on that. I'm like, oh, this girl doing too much. Wait, hold on. No, let's not do that. Especially if I'm talking about a black woman. No, like, let me fix my crown. Like, don't get too comfortable with that. Like, no, everything she's doing is perfectly fine, because just because you're afraid to take up space don't mean that you gotta project that on others. I really need to check myself on that. I feel like there's a lot of people who are scared to take up space, scared to be confrontational, scared to fight for what they want to do, and we should be doing that. I mean, sometimes you got to be confrontational. Sometimes you got to rock that boat a little bit. Rock the what Aaliyah said, like, sometimes you got to rock that boat for something. Like, sometimes you got to shake it up. Like, sometimes you got to be confrontational to get what you want. Like, sometimes you really got to advocate and fight for yourself and take up that space. Being scared to take up space. And I feel like me being a woman kind of affects me being a bit like scared to take up space, because for women to be feminine and be ladylike, you have to be quiet and meek and feminine and sensitive and submissive and be quiet and not speak up too much. Like, that's literally a stereotype that we have it's pushed on us by society. And that stereotype isn't really the same for men. Like, men, a CEO boss standing up for being prideful and dominant and speaking up. That's, ooh, yeah, we like that. But for a woman to do that, she's loud and obnoxious and ghetto, especially for a black woman. She's loud, obnoxious, ghetto. Oh, she too loud. She too, she too much. She sassy, all that, fierce, whatever. Like, it's not, like, I can't be a diva for real. Like, it's, and I feel like since I've been older, because when you're younger, you low-key don't. You kind of do. You're affected by societal standards, but I think it affects you way more as you grow because you understand the societal standards more. So I feel like that's why me being afraid to take up space has like grown over time while I've gotten older. But honestly, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of me being afraid to speak my mind, decline things, you know, advocate for myself, speak up. Oh no, I don't like that. Don't do that again. Set my boundaries. Like, I'm sick and tired of being scared of that. You know what? That's one of my New Year's resolutions. I don't care if it's February. I don't know when this video coming out. It came out on time, period. Clap it up. I don't care if it's February or whatever month. My New Year's revolution. That's one of my man, I can't talk. That's another New Year's resolution. Being able to talk and not being afraid to take up space anymore, because it's not only affecting me, but it's also affecting other people, especially just other people in general that I'm around. Like, I look at you a little crazy when you're advocating and speaking up for yourself, when really I need to be doing that. Like, I need to take tips from you. So, but you know, the first step to growing is dang, forgot the word. First step to growing is realization, recognition of the problem that you have. So yeah, I'm kind of proud of myself though, that I've been catching myself when I have those thoughts like, oh, she doing too much. Wait, actually, no, she's not. She's not doing too much. Her crown is fixed. I don't know about you, but her crown is... But yeah, so I really need to work on that for real. And whoever has that problem as well, y'all need to work on it too, because it's 2026. I should not be afraid to take up space. I'm getting older. I'm gonna be an adult soon. I'm gonna be grown. Like, I need to be able to advocate for myself, because there's not always gonna be someone beside me that can do it for me. Like, I'm gonna need to do it on my own. I'm gonna need to have my own back in things. Like, that's just how it's gonna have to be, and I need to get used to that, and I need to learn now that I need to do that and get comfortable with that. It's kind of crazy because my mom, my sister, they both, like, to me, they definitely can take up space. Like, especially my mom. Like, she is nothing like that. She is definitely not afraid to take up space, which I love. That's like, yeah, it's like, don't be afraid to take up space, like, period. And she's, yeah, and I love that for her, and I want that for myself. Starting now, I'm gonna say what I want, do what I want. I mean, whoa, still 16, can't do all that. Still gotta be respectful, still gotta act to my age. But being afraid to take up space and not advocating for yourself will make people just walk right on over for you. Oh, whoa, what? Not advocating for yourself and not taking up space will just make people walk right over you. And I'm not trying to get stepped on. Like, get up. Like, I'm not trying to get stepped on. I'm not trying to be on the floor and getting stomped out. Like, no, I need to fix my crown. It's just gonna make people walk right on over you and also not expect you. I mean, if you're not taking up space, the space is gonna get took up. Oh, write that down, write it down. If you're not taking up space, the space is gonna get took up, and then there's gonna be no space for you to take up anymore, because you already set your fate. Like, see, this is why I need to get on my Zoom. Like, so I need to lock in. I honestly feel like this channel is just me clocking myself at this point, which I don't know how to feel about that. I can't be the only one dealing with this problem. So I'm gonna make this video. So yeah. But yeah, so overall, in conclusion, comma, don't be afraid to take up space, because it will only screw you over in the end. You not being able to take up space isn't benefiting anyone. Just a fear we got to get over. And sometimes that fear will feel like it's not going away, but you just have to be willing to put yourself out there and take up space. You don't have to be like all brave and buck. You just have to be willing to take up that space, and you will. So I gotta take this advice to the heart, take this for myself, and do that. You know, I'll tell y'all how it goes. So take up space. Don't be afraid to take up space, girl. And yeah, just do it. Like, who gonna stop you? Who gonna check you? Okay, bye guys.